It is the pre-match meal. Hey, hello, it is John Gibbons. I'm here with Phil Blundell, who's tucking in. We are in the fantastic Honest Burger, which is on Bowl Street in Liverpool. Thanks so much for them for hosting us, and also they've got a special offer for Anfield Wrap. Listeners, subscribers, viewers, that I'll tell you about in a minute. But it is nice, Phil, to remember how good the home games are for bringing you back in the Champions League as well, because I'm sure for you travel a lot of them. When the fixtures come out, it's all about the away ones. But for the home, the city does come alive. And we're on Bowl Street now, which is one of the best places, well, probably the best street in Liverpool to eat on. There's everything that you can come here. Honest Burger is sort of a massive part of that. And I love seeing people come to the city. And it just feels like more come when it's the Champions League, and obviously more come from outside. Liverpool supporters sort of descend a little bit. I mean, it's obviously bigger games and stuff like that. Tends to be bigger clubs with bigger fan bases. But for Bologna, who've maybe not been to Anfield before, I'm sure from today onwards it'll be filling up, and the city comes alive, and places like this will be busy, and it's great. Yeah,
I think it's their first season in Europe for quite a while as well. I'm not sure they've had one of these, so by default that means it's their first trip away. And I look at people who come here for Euro away as someone who goes away to other places with a huge amount of jealousy. But what a city this would be for Euro away, where sometimes on like a Tuesday night or a Monday night or a Wednesday night in one of these places, you get to about 11 and you're a bit like, where am I going now? Liverpool, it's not hard, is it? You can literally, if you can't find somewhere in Liverpool, what's going on? Like, what are you doing wrong? And I just love the way that the city downgraded us there, but it's sort of people pour in from everywhere. The away fans having a nice time. It's great. The city is absolutely buzzing, and it is. They were all right last season, weirdly, in the Europa League, because while we weren't as into them as much, the away fans were probably more into them than you usually get. Like, we're getting Real Madrid in 6-7 weeks time, something like that, and then they'll come and they'll have a nice time, but they've been here 2, 3, 4 times recently. So they're not quite as, wow, what's this? Whereas the Europa League was amazing. Now we sort of, probably, this is almost the Europa League team in a way, in terms of profile. So they're going to come and it'll be buzzing. Everyone will be in town for it. It's good to be back ultimately.
The city comes alive, and it is great to sort of welcome people here and to places like this. And if you want to come to Honest Burger, and I would recommend it, the food's absolutely incredible. If you want to come here, they are doing an offer for you guys as well. So if you show your tour app or your subscription on YouTube, or however it is that you listen or view the Anfield Wrap stuff, if you just show that when you come in, well, you get a free drink. That's most drinks here that you want, any beer, any cider, a wine, or a soft drinks with your meal, completely free. So I would encourage people to come in. The food is good, and I don't know if you've been before.
Very good, I have been.
It was excellent. I got the gravy as a side as well, which I would recommend.
Because I was like, what's going on here? And then I've just tasted it, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know what they're doing to it.
I might come Christmas Eve and get some for my Christmas dinner. Just sort of take it home and pour it on my Christmas dinner, because honestly, the gravy is that unbelievable. But yeah, all the details there in the blend. It's one until the 5th of November, because they're aware that people might come in for different games that are coming up, or just live here in the city but haven't got immediate plans to come into town. So I think until the 4th of November actually they're running this. So free drink with any food order. Thanks a lot to Honest Burger. Onto the game, Phil, and we're well placed in the group. You went over to Milan and saw us get a good 3 points there, and it puts us, in a good position. You want to be attacking it. We want points on the board early. We don't know exactly how many you'll need to sort of get through or to get in that top 8 where Liverpool want to get. But points on the board early, definitely a good thing, and Liverpool have got that.
Yeah, especially when you look at where the sort of next 2 games fall, next 3 games almost really, because we've got a pretty difficult run of fixtures coming up when you get past this international break. There's Chelsea, we've got 4 league games there that if you told me that 4 of them finished in the top 7, I wouldn't be surprised. In Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton and Villa, they're tough games, good teams in Europe themselves, 3 of them, so they've got obstacles as well. But if we can get this win tomorrow, it starts to make it a little bit easier to freshen things up in the week and sort of go, well, okay, if we get a point there, if we get a point away in Leipzig, it's not a disaster. If you win and then get a point at home to Leverkusen, that's 10 points after 4 games. You're in great nick from there. You probably need 5 or 6 points from your last 4 games, which is exactly the situation you want to be in. So it's about, you get the points on the board early, it makes it so much easier. I'm looking at Arsenal tonight, for example. They've drawn the first game. if they don't win tonight, okay, they've got theoretically their hardest home game out the way in PSG, but at the same time, they're on 2 points after 2 games, and they're basically on very thin margins in terms of avoiding that playoff. I'm not saying that I think they probably will win tonight, in fairness, but it's just sort of, it adds that little bit of pressure that we alleviated in game 1, and hopefully we can go a little step further tomorrow night.